Hi, I'm Chad from Team Forge, and this is LSP Talks, where I use the LEGO Serious Play method and methodology to have rich conversations with interesting people. Today I'm here talking to Dr. Nick Prescott. Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hey, Dr. Chad, how are you, man?
Well, thanks. So today we're going to be talking about knowledge. So the question I'm setting for Nick is build a model that represents knowledge, or what knowledge means to you. So we both work in universities. We probably have thoughts about this, and we're going to build models about knowledge and then talk about it. Thanks.
What I'm thinking is... Is it cool if I use some of the same bits I used in the previous one?
Absolutely, yeah, whatever you like.
Okay.
Sometimes what we do is we'll reduce the numbers, or sometimes we pull out all the minifigures, because minifigures encourage sometimes a more concrete thinking, or not enough abstraction, you know, some people are too focused on people in their builds, so we want to take the minifigures out, or we might give a specific number of pieces to kind of really restrict the boundaries to encourage more creativity.
Yep.
But we're pretty open here today.
Yeah.
Doing whatever.
I'm looking for a dude's legs, man. I don't know if you...
Some legs?
Oh, here we go. I can just borrow this fella's legs.
I'll give them back, I promise.
Yeah.
I don't promise. I completely 100% promise I will give back your legs. This is not a promise.
Okay.
Just that,
Okay, man.
Yeah. Lego ends up everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a shrinkage of the Lego stocks that they end up on floors all over, in pubs and classrooms and boardrooms all over the world. Adelaide, at least, at the moment.
Yeah.
But soon the world.
One of the things I'm learning is that I'm not the most dexterous dude in the world. There we go. Okay.
That's all right.
Okay.
How cool are these? Like, because you can just put that, like, oh, that's just a brick, right? Give it life.
Exactly.
It's just great.
It's easily becomes
Pretty good, because it's one of those creativity things where you can do it forever. Every time you do it, it's different.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many questions you can ask, and every time you're having a conversation with someone different, it's a different thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm nearly there.
I think I'm just about done.
You kind of reach a point of diminishing returns, don't you? Okay, so we've done our build, and we're back to the share part. This is where we talk through the models and we explain how our models represent knowledge. What does knowledge mean to you? So, take it away.
Okay, well, obviously I'm really thinking, as a university teacher, I guess I'm thinking about transmission of knowledge in a kind of system. So for me, one of the great moments that I've hung on to in my life, one of the great experiences I've had is going to university and meeting the people there and learning and feeling my brain open up to new ideas, new ways of thinking, and learning what is really a tiny amount of, the sort of almost infinite nature of knowledge that there is in the universe.
Yeah.
So for me, coming to university was a real revelation. So what I've done here is rather more literal than my other build, which is suggest that there are... So here's our lecturer, this woman here.
Yep.
And here's our student. And I've tried to suggest that there are multiple pathways through which you can get to that place where you're interacting and learning from that person.
That's like a nexus, right? Between the learner and the teacher.
Yeah, exactly. And all this other stuff around here, so I've got a sort of spinning globe, and I'm envisioning that as sort of, or planets, or, the universe or whatever.
Yep.
So there's science, there's this for me represents a kind of the thing you want to achieve, the knowledge you want to gain.
Is that a personal thing? So it's like each individual has their own goal,
has their own sort of flower that they want to understand and be able to hold on to.
Yep.
And again, the natural environment sort of just out the door is always informing what's going on for me.
Yep.
And there are also this bit I chose from the bag already built because it had been put together by someone else.
Ah.
And I figured.
Why did you do that?
I did that because we're always learning from ideas that other people have had and revelations that other people have had.
And you've got to adapt to that. You just got to use that thing that's already there.
Yeah.
Build it into your own model. Cool. Okay.
And also pay respect to it as well, because so from Einstein to
Philip K. Dick.
Yeah, Philip K. Dick. There are things that already exist in the world that you add into your understanding of things, and you just put it there. You didn't make it, but it's part of what you will end up learning.
Yep.
There are also, and this bit here represents this is a cog over here. It represents for me a different discipline, and the way that different disciplines always have surprising connections to one's own. So my disciplines are arts disciplines, but science, represented by the cog and so on, has always has a surprising and amazing series of relevances to what we do in the arts.
Yep.
So that's for me representing as well as different disciplines helping the way you think about other ones. It also represents something that looks a bit odd, because one of the exciting things I find when you talk with other people or when you're taught by other people is that every now and then you'll be confronted by something that just looks utterly bizarre.
Yeah.
And you think, okay, eventually you hope
I've got to figure that out.
You're going to learn what it is, but at the moment it just looks totally wacky.
Right.
So that's what that is.
Is that what science looks like to you? Is science a kind of a strange beast for you?
Yeah, it is. And I'm gradually learning little bits of it, but overall I'm no expert. And overall, like for example, I've been learning about complexity science, and I've got a little bit of knowledge in a little area, but there are other bits of it that I just do not understand. It's sort of an aspiration, I guess. Cool. And this sort of, again, it's like a pinnacle kind of thing, which is not necessarily ideal, but I figure that what passes between the teacher and the person learning is going to hopefully get that person to understand or achieve what's up there. So again, it's way more literal than my other model, but
no, it's still pretty abstract.
I suppose it is, yeah.
My question though is, what if this person's not there, or what if there's a barrier?
Okay. Yep.
What if this person's on their own? They come to this pathway. Is it always about this relationship? Does that have to be there? Is that the only way that learning happens?
No, definitely.
Or the knowledge, the building of new knowledge, or whatever.
No, that person wouldn't necessarily have to be there, but I think the works of that person would have, if that person were not there, their works would have to be there.
So that books, key principle
paintings,
of prior knowledge is always what
exactly,
you have to build on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there could be a book there, or a film, or a painting, or whatever.
It's some sort of artifact that the person, the learner has to work with.
Yeah. Even a book of mathematics that will let them understand how this works. Then they progress from there. So.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you very much. Cool. So that was Building Learning with Nick Prescott. We did have a little bit more conversation there where I was presenting my model, but due to a technical malfunction, a human error, that didn't come through. So sorry about that. But we did have enough rich conversation with Nick there, and I like to keep to it about 10 minutes anyway. So subscribe to the channel below. There's more information about Team Forge. We do facilitated workshops using the LEGO Serious Play method and materials. So we bring these rich conversations to organisations of all types for many different purposes. So there's contact details and lots of social media links down there. Thanks for watching. Bye.